Hello students, so I am here with the next video of chapter 3. In my previous two videos I was explaining you the different ways of classifying acids. Now two more methods for classification of acids are left, then we will start the preparation of acids. So coming to the next way of classification, which is on the basis of their concentration. So we can classify acids on the basis of their concentration as concentrated acid or dilute acid. Now let me tell you one thing. Most of the students, they think that if an acid is concentrated, then it is very strong and very reactive, and if an acid is dilute, then it should be weak or less reactive. So I want to remove this confusion from your mind. Never get confused that strength of an acid is related with the concentration of acid. No, not at all. Concentration of acid is only because of the amount of water which is added to acid. Okay, I told you acids can show the acidic property only when they are dissolved in water. Okay, so once water is added, so the amount of water will decide whether the acid is concentrated or dilute. If less water is there, then the type of acid is concentrated, and if more water is there, then the type of acid will be dilute. So concentration is just the amount of water which is present in the aqueous solution of acids. So concentration has no direct relationship with the strength of an acid. Strength of an acid is entirely a different thing. And you will be surprised to know that highly concentrated acids may be weak acid than dilute acids. Dilute acids, that's why in our laboratory or laboratory work we use only dilute acids as laboratory reagent, because in their dilute form they are more active than in their concentrated form, and the type of product which is formed by dilute and concentrated acid may be different. The type of reaction which a dilute acid is showing may be different, which will be shown by concentrated acid. So first what we were doing the classification on the basis of concentration. Concentrated acid if there is less amount of water, and dilute acid if there is more amount of water present. Now how to make an acid dilute? This is also important thing to know. Never add water to acid in order to make it dilute. Water is never added. The reverse process is done. Always acids are added to water in order to make dilute solutions, because addition of water to acid is an exothermic process which may result in splashing of acid, and it may also give some injury to the person who is using that acid. Okay, so always remember that dilution of acid is done by adding acid to water, never water to acid. Okay, now coming to next last classification, which is classification on the basis of strength. If you classify an acid on the basis of strength, then it may be either strong acid or weak acid. Okay, here the main active part of acid can be explained. If you are telling that acid is strong, it means it is active acid. Okay, and if the acid is weak, that it is less active acid. So how can you explain the strength of an acid? Strength of an acid depends upon degree of ionization or number of hydronium ions it can release in its aqueous solution. Now do you get this point? Concentration was amount of water present, but strength of acid means the amount of hydronium ion it can release in its aqueous solution. So let's take one example of a strong acid and a weak acid. Mineral acids. All the three mineral acids, HCl, H2SO4 and HNO3. Mineral acids are always strong acids, and organic acids are always weak acid. Why is it so? Let's see the ionization of HCl. HCl, when dissolved in water, readily get ionized to give you hydronium and chloride ion. Now what happens? Just I am giving you one example. If there are 10,000 molecules of HCl present in little quantity, जो भी हमने थोड़ा बहुत acid लिया है in a test tube, if actually number of molecules will be many in number. Just for an example I am telling you, let us assume that there are 10,000 molecules of HCl present in that solution. So if it is a strong acid, all the 10,000 molecules will get ionized to give you 10,000 hydronium ion and 10,000 chloride ion. That type of acid is said to be strong acid. Strong acid means 100% ionization. All the molecules of acid which are present, they all fully ionized to release only ions. So you can say, one more question can be asked, what type of particles are present in aqueous solution of a strong acid? If the acid is strong, it will ionize completely, so the type of particle present in its solution will be only ions. Remember this thing. But what about weak acids? Weak acids, we can take example of acetic acid, CH3COOH. It will also dissociate to give you hydronium ion and acetate ion. But here the thing is different, because if there are 10,000 molecules of acetic acid present in its solution, out of 10,000 maybe 5 or less molecules will get ionized and remaining will remain unionized. आधे या उससे भी कम molecules ions में break होते हैं, बाकी के unionized ही रहते हैं. So what type of particles will be present in a solution of a weak acid? Of course, in a solution of a weak acid, the type of particles will be ions and molecules. Is it clear? Type of particles present in a strong acid, only ions. Type of particles present in weak acid, ions as well as molecules. So on the basis of their strength, we can divide an acid as a strong acid or a weak acid, which mainly due to the presence of ions which they can release in their aqueous solution. So how to find out the degree of ionization? Degree of ionization alpha can be determined by number of acid molecules which are ionized upon total number of acid molecules which are present in its aqueous solution into 100. जितने molecules ionized हुए upon जितने number of total molecules थे into 100, that is degree of ionization. So if degree of ionization is more than 30%, then that type of acid is a strong acid, and if it is less than 30%, then that type of acid is a weak acid. Okay, now in my next video I will start preparation of acids.